Create a directory named after the project. With the project file having an explicit sheet list, it is not mandatory to keep all sheets of the project in the same directory. However, doing so is the simplest way of managing a project, so this video will use this setup. Start sch-rnd and use the menu to create a new project. Select the newly created directory and keep project.lht for the file name. Click the OK button. On the left side in the sheet selector, the new project appears with a dummy sheet called None. There are menu items for creating new root, orcs and unlisted sheets. Root sheets are the ones used for compiling the project. Orcs sheets have a role in hierarchic designs not covered by this video. These are both added in the explicit sheet file list in the project file. Unlisted sheets are those that are loaded manually from the same project directory, so they share the project file for configuration, but they are not listed in the project file. Create a new root sheet. Name it 1.rs. It immediately appears in the sheet selector as an unsaved root sheet, indicated by the asterisk and the R. The new sheet is also selected and shown in the editor. Create an orcs sheet called 2.rs. It appears the same in the sheet selector except for the A label for orcs. Draw something on both new sheets so it's easier to visually distinguish them. There's a menu item for saving all unsaved sheets of the current project. The asterisk is removed from all of them in the sheet selector. Now quit and check our project directory. It has all new sheet files and the project file. The project file has two sheet listings, one for root sheets, one for orcs sheets. From now on, the easiest way to load the whole project is loading project.lht instead of sheets. This works both from the command line and from the GUI. A partial project load is when some of the root sheets of the project are not loaded. Compiling partially loaded projects would result in partial broken abstract model and netlist in return. When sch-rnd is started with 1.rs, which is the only root sheet in this project, it is not considered partial because all the root sheets are loaded. However, loading only 2.rs means we have a missing root sheet. This is indicated by the P exclamation mark next to the project in the sheet selector. We could load the missing root sheet using the load menu, but it's easier and safer to use the menu that automatically loads all missing sheets of the current project. Export also works using the project file without having to list all sheets. Load the project file. All listed sheets are loaded. It is possible to unload a sheet, which means it is unloaded from the current GUI session, but it is not removed from the project file. Unloading a root sheet makes the project partial. Create a new unlisted sheet. Draw something on it and save it. Since it's unlisted, it is not added to the project.lht file. Loading project.lht will not load this new sheet. Let's say the new sheet should be added to the project file. Start sch-rnd, load the project. Load the unlisted sheet. Since it is in the same directory as the project file, it is automatically put under the same project in the sheet selector as an unlisted sheet. Now open Project Properties. The dialog box has a combo box on top which selects which type of sheets we are looking at. Select Unlisted Sheets, then select the name of the unlisted sheet and click on the Toggle Root button. This changes the type of the sheet from unlisted to root, as seen on the sheet selector. It also adds the sheet to the project file's root sheet list. Loading the project will now load 2 root sheets and the AUX sheet.